It began with an eclipse. On the long-anticipated solar eclipse of the 8th of April 2024, everything that used to allow you to know came upon you and removed the foundation upon which all of your knowing was being built. Just as you thought you were getting closer to the truth, its source became the taker, and now the taker has become the source. The eclipse came and removed the carpet on which you were resting. In the process of accepting the darkness in which you found yourself, the darkness in which you were to walk, you had to succumb to the pain of suddenly and abruptly not knowing. You have come to know that perhaps you know nothing. Old structures have been knocked down, threatening, but here it is, liberating in a way that you never imagined not knowing could ever liberate you. After all, is it not the wise man who accepts his not knowing and approaches his learning as such in order to make room for true knowing? The wisdom you have gathered over the years has been eclipsed. You are left with a combination of 1, a blank slate, and 2, your gifts. Not your wisdom, not your experiences, not the methods which you have been leaning upon to produce what you've been good at producing. You have nothing but your divine talent on which to start laying 1 brick at a time, and based on only divine trust. Trust you have earned, trust you have leaned on before, trust that has delivered, blind trust. Perhaps this is the darkness which was prophesied. This message is here to reassure you that you are not only on the right track, but that you have always been, and that you needed to work yourself up to this point to be able to become aware of how much needs to be relinquished in order to pursue this path. A path laid over time, a path that was always to be eclipsed in order to show you what radical trust really looks like. You've been learning how to trust, and now that you trust, you are being called to practice it. What if you had not followed the path you have followed up until now? What if this not knowing had been bestowed upon you before you had embarked on your journey? What if there was nothing to lay down in sacrifice to the source that led you to this point? Would you have anything to give up? Would what you now have to give up be worth what is there to be gained? I think not. However, only you can answer that question. So today, I say to you, good for you. Good for you for doing you. Good for you for pursuing yourself against all odds, against however unpopular your methods and ways have seemed. Good for you for doing all that you have to face your shadow, that you may today know how to put 1 foot in front of the other as you walk through the dark valley, as you anticipate more shadows in the pursuit of light, as you embark on the journey upward the mountain to receive your next key. Oh, the wondrous gift of openness to revelation, perhaps the greatest gift of all other than life and love. In closing, I just want to say that I am so grateful to share these insights with you, not as any authority, but rather as a fellow soul on this journey. It is my privilege to be trusted with a space of this nature, and also a privilege to be able to put into words some clarity on the energies that we share.